G'day and welcome to Game 5. Here we are, we've made it. Game 5 between Polaris Esports and Talon. I can't even remember the order of the games. I think it went Polaris 1-1, Talon 1-1, Polaris 1-1, Talon 1-1. And now we are at Game 5. And it's been stomps either way, really, most of the games. One team has looked quite dominant in the games, and you sort of go to think, well, they look quite dominant. They're going to finish off, win the next game, and then they don't. It switches the other way. So our first picks and bans, we have Puck and Void once again for Polaris. The respect is there. They know you are not playing Puck Makoto. Go play it in a pub. Go get your satisfaction there. We will be seeing Enigma and Lena being banned out from Talon, and they pick up the Marcy. Now already a little bit probably favoring towards Talon since they've grabbed the Marcy. Marcy's very strong. It's the Undying Quap opener from Polaris. Jeez, that feels a little weak. You've got no stuns in your first two picks.
10 seconds
They got out slarked last game because they had no hard lockdown.
5 seconds remaining.
I just think people they need to look for some clear combos here. Just make a nice simple draft. Grab a Legion Commander and a Scarith Mage and just ult and dump. Just ult and dump, get a kill, move on. It's just some nice simple picks. I think they need to think a little bit outside the box. And just try and make this simple. I mean, you get this far into the games, into the series, Game 5, and the brain starts to get muddled a little bit, and Undying Queen of Pain opener just doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. Marcy, and we're going to see what Talon comes up with as their second pick, but
Dire team back.
Well, that just seems a lot better, doesn't it? Marcy Pangolier as opposed to Undying Queen of Pain. I think I'd rather be on the Talon side of the fence at the moment. Marcy, you've got the rebound initiation, you got Pangolier to cause chaos in the fights. That's a really important part of this meta at the moment. Being able to just disrupt the back line. Slark is banned out along with the Bloodseeker and Viper. Last time we saw a Pango pick that was countered, it was by a Bane. Just to grip him during that at ult, but please, maybe this is the game we'll see a Grimstroke. Grimstroke is really good. Use the Grimstroke to leash the Pango roll to another allied hero. It's very good. Got some clear. You can pick some clear counters to the Pangolier that isn't the Bloodseeker. I think you have to deal with the Pangolier in some way. Otherwise, we could just see another Pango that just rolls over the backline and controls the entire fight while they get pickoffs. Polaris, they did win their last match with the safe lane Doom. I think they've won with the Pudge and with the Doom. So, a little bit unusual picks, and I think that's what I'm saying, Polaris. I think they need to think a little bit here and go, what's been working for us? What's been working for us against Talon? What is Talon not so good against? Talon has had consistent drafts in the way that they are picking heroes for 23 Savage. They are the safe lane carry hero. Stereotypical. And when Polaris pick a hero that is not the stereotypical safe lane pick, they're having success. So I think they need to think on that maybe and think about where they need to go. I suspect this Undying will be a 5. I think after losing with the core Undying, they're going to switch it up to the 5. I mean, the better option would just be to not pick it at all. Maybe pick, a hero with a stun. Slow, burst, protection, dispel, any of the core mechanics of the game. Morphling banned out as well from Polaris. Talon get rid of the Beastmaster. I know the Beastmaster is a popular ban, but hasn't seemed to have a lot of impact in the games I've at least been covering. One of those heroes that always feels really good on paper, but if the draft isn't executed well, and you don't just get to take over the jungle,
Radiant team
doesn't work out very
Dire
well.
team pick.
Disruptor ban, and there's the bane. So they do have a counter to the roll in the form of the grip, and a little bit of just single target control and team fight. Nightmare and grip are very good abilities, just to slow things down. Now, when you're playing it with an Undying,
10
and you want to get
seconds
value
remaining.
out of that Tombstone, you want to slow things down.
5 seconds.
You're happy
remaining.
to have things slowed down a little bit. Well, I think the Tombstone... Does the zombie get affected by Nightmare? If a zombie attacks a Nightmared enemy, I think it just removes the... Nightmare. I don't think the zombie gets Nightmared. I feel like I haven't ever seen a zombie getting Nightmared. Visage pick from Talon. Okay, so they're showing, putting their hand a little bit face up here with what they want to do. Visage is a very timing-based hero. Luna has not been banned. We could just see Visage Luna here from Talon. And go for the old, we'll show you how to Luna Polaris. This is how you use a Luna. This could be the
5
pick.
seconds remaining.
Would make sense. You have either Visage mid or off lane with the Luna. Yeah, Visage mid lane does get punished a bit against a strong laner, but probably more likely the off lane
Radiant
Pango
team
mid.
pick.
It's the Dazzle. So they still want to push. Shallow Grave is okay, I guess, but you'd rather have a Dispel, like, you'd rather have an Oracle, right? To take the, to stop the Bane ulti. Like, Dazzle can keep you from
10
dying, but it's not going to
seconds
stop the Bane ulti from
Dire
channeling.
team banned.
But it is the Pudge. Natsumi Pudge. They're going to look for this fight. Now, this could be another support Queen of Pain, as we saw in Talon in game 4. Or it could just be the mid-quap
10
for
seconds
Lelouch.
remaining.
Yeah, the Dazzle pick
5
is
seconds remaining.
confusing. You could pick a Shadow Demon. You could pick a Oracle. Both would do better in saving a hero here, particularly against the Bane.
Radiant team banned. Dire team banned.
And the Pudge. You know, like a Shallow Grave doesn't dispel the person from being eaten. Is Omni Knight banned? Oh, Omni Knight wasn't even banned. But Omni Knight would have been fine as well. This Dazzle pick is confusing to me. I guess they just want to have the push strat,
5
have the bonus
seconds
armor,
remaining.
sort of gather up, have those
Radiant
heals, those
team
constant
back.
heals from the Dazzle. They're not so much trying to counter what Polaris are bringing to the table, but as much as add to what they're trying to do in their draft. And I'm not sure what the better idea is. I think if you want a healing hero, you could just grab the Oracle
10
here and it would do
seconds
something
remaining.
very similar to the Dazzle. And achieve a lot more. Luna banned out from
5
Polaris, yeah.
seconds
I
remaining.
see the Visage and the Luna. It could just be the Drow from Talon. The old Visage Drow strat. Doesn't work out used to with the Precision Aura and the birds, but nonetheless, it's the same sort of idea. You want to push towers early, you want to get map control, and you want to win reasonably early. Silence would be pretty good. And Drow would lane reasonably well against Undying if it is a core Undying here. Batrider and Shadow Fiend banned out, so they don't think it's a core Queen of Pain. Talon are thinking this is a support. It's an off-lane Undying. And there is still a mid-pick to come. That's Talon's thinking about Polaris' draft. And you know what? That's probably a fair point. Because if they pick a... I don't know. You might still want an offlaner here. Something with a little bit more reach. Because Pudge isn't going to be the one going in all the time. You want someone else to jump in.
Dire team
Create a little bit of chaos. Primal Beast is still in the draft. Airblade and Luna banned out.
Radiant team
What do they want? The Doom themselves. Oh, Talon. They throw it back in the face of Polaris and pull out the Doom. Just what I'm saying, that they've been very stereotypically picking the carries for the 23 Savage. They pull out this Doom. Now, I'm not sure. It could be a 23 Savage Visage. And the Doom is mid or off lane, and Pangolier is mid or off lane. I have to just wait and see for a second. Could even be a support Doom with the Core Marcy. Core Marcy did work out very well last game. But Polaris, they're out of time. They throw the Coddle again, so it is the Core Undying. So same, very similar draft with the offlane. Xavius on the Coddle and Force on the Undying. They thought that worked well, but I think they just got outplayed a little bit when they fell behind. This time though, they have the Pudge instead of the Luna. A little bit more control instead of save from EU. And for Talon, it's the offlane Visage, safe lane 23 Savage Doom, and Makoto will be the mid Pango. Yeah, he did handle that Pangolier very well, I think, in game 2 of this series. Very, very impactful mid, and just constantly, the rolls were super good.
10 seconds remaining.
It's the Doom against the Undying, but this time the Undying has the support of a Coddle, so you can't get mana burnt into oblivion if Doom gets the mana burn creep. So it's a little bit different lane as we saw last time, and maybe the Undying comes out a little more on top. I don't have a prediction. I don't have a prediction for who's winning this. I think this could play out either way. Bird stuns are very good against Bane and Pudge. A lot comes down to how this Undying transitions from 10 to 20 minutes. If he dies multiple times like he did in game 4, then it's not looking good for Polaris. But if this Force Undying continues to scale and get the items online with good timings and stays near the top of that net worth chart, then I think Polaris probably pull away with the win here. It's a lot on how this Core Undying performs. So here we go, game 5. By hook or by crook, we're having a decider here. There are no more games being played after this one. Southeast Asian region will have a direct qualifier to TI. So both teams moving out with the smokes. Q has a ward, will drop it. Smoke doesn't dispel, so happy to pop it down. Their other ward will be up in the jungle. For the side of Polaris, they drop one of their wards on the high ground, heading into their bottom jungle. And I think they still have another one. They did drop it here. There was hero portraits were blocking on the map. There we go. So second one here as well. So very similar warding pattern for both teams here. Trying to protect their own jungle, but also give a little bit of vision over the runes for their mid laner. 4 heroes.
I gambled. You lost.
Actually 5 heroes on this top side. Do they want to try and get a first blood? If someone shows their face, Force might run down and drop a decay. Thinking about it. He will get the 2-man decay, but with the poison touch, you just click him. And look at this hide. He's saying you will pay for dropping that decay. Poison touch is very, very strong. The other aspect of Dazzle that you have very strong laner with that level 1 poison touch. So in the mid lane, we'll be saying Lilouch on the Queen of Pain in game 5 against Makoto on the Pangolier. In the safe lane for Polaris, Natsumi on the Pudge once again. And he'll be supporting by a U on the Bane. They're laying against KP on the 3 Visage and Q on the 4 Marcy. In the top lane, Xavius is supporting Force on the Coddle. Force playing the core Undying. And they're laying against 23 Savage on the Doom. And Hyde on this Dazzle. Bottom lane. A little bit of harass coming out. No point level just yet. Hook is online. In the mid lane, 3-1, 2-1, so should be reasonably even. I think both heroes here should be able to get their last hits. Quap will probably bully the lane a little bit more, but Makoto has the Swashbuckle and the Shield Crash to secure those range creeps and get some levels online. Should get enough to get the bottle and then can go from there. Hook comes out onto Q. Dealing a little bit of damage with that. Level 1 Soul Assumption, you can't underestimate it. It is, I think, the highest damage nuke in the game if all the charges, if the max charges are up. Yu has the Brain Sap, wants to keep just trading a little bit with this KP Visage. In the top lane, 23 Savage will salve up and forces bullying. No creep yet grabbed. Just throw another decay out. Actually, does that not cancel the salve? It deals damage. Oh, 0 base damage at level 1. Wow, did I read the change? Missed the change on that. There you go. Doesn't deal any damage at level 1. Okay. Fair enough. Guess that's why the salve just wasn't cancelled. Hook will grab himself a creep. Just keep that farm increasing. Get a little bit of a leveling advantage. So Xavius does try and trade with the Dazzle, but it's hard with the Poison Touch. You can't really get a lot done against the Dazzle in terms of trade. You really need Force to do it with the Tombstone. Bottom lane. Natsumi has the Hook and the Rot. We'll just keep farming up some creeps on the side. He says, I'm not going to kill heroes. I'm going to kill creeps. Make sure I get those ones. EU will get a half pull. I think that's what he was looking there. He could have got the full pull if he wanted. He just got the half pull, which is just put it a little bit to the left there instead of right in the middle. 17-2, 17-2 in the mid lane. So both heroes quite happy with the situation. Bottling up. That dagger is being quite painful, but not enough to force him out of the lane just yet. The 2 in the dagger, 1 in the scream, holding a skill point in case he needs a blink. Of course, he's Soul Ring. We'll just keep those decays coming. It is now level 2, so 40 damage plus the steal. Davius trying to clear off these creeps. There's still no first blood. Almost 4 minutes in. Gotta be careful. I mean, the movement speed on the Coddle is very good. It's 365 with the boots, so the Shadow Poison just doesn't really get a lot done. So it's this nightmare. Actually, Hook under the tower with the Rot. We'll take a couple of tower hits and Brain Sap. They're going to commit on this. Natsumi, he's chasing down the Rot in the first blood. And the changeover, just the accident there, trying to save his support and ends up killing himself with toggling the Nightmare. Natsumi will heal up with the salve, and he'll be pretty happy with that 1 flesh heap stack already in the first blood and working towards the Vanguard already. The decays continue to come on to 23 Savage. Has the Alpha Wolf Aura. Creeps being pushed in. I'd love to see an early level in the Solar Bind in this lane. Try and get the kill when the Tombstone comes out. I think that'd be really, really well played. Yeah, I know you want the Illuminate max, but I think go like 1, 2, and then 1. Grab 1 in Solar Bind, and then when they try and run from the Tombstone, they can't. They're slowed. And then the zombies get to stack up. I think that would actually be such a heads up play here from Xavius to get that early level in the Solar Bind. Only 60 mana. 7 second duration. The duration doesn't scale, so I think that would be really, really smart.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Natsumi's struggling on the last hit. It's only 21. That's why he's been hooking creeps off to the side. Of course, level 4. Let's have 1 in the Soul Rip now, but that poison, you got to get away from it. You can't keep allowing it to hit you. It just keeps ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking. Level 2 Poison Touch. You can't ignore it. Bottom lane. Q. Rot is on the hook. Doesn't quite connect as he leaps away. He's trying to intercept that midway. That would have been pretty insane from Natsumi if he got it, but not the case for today. The Louch level 5. That's less last hits, but we'll grab himself level 6 at the same time as Makoto. Nightmare. Just to secure the rune and we'll walk himself probably home. He's low on mana. Unless he sends out a couple of clarities and stays on the lane. The K's just keep coming. I mean, it's just a dream to sit on a lane with a Coddle and just have constant decays. He's going to make the first rotation with the Rolling Thunder or with the Sonic Wave. You want to get something done as a mid laner with these early levels. Natsumi, rebound comes out, tossed back in, KP with the Soul Assumption, but now he's turning around. He wants to try and do the fighting himself. The level 2 inside kick just makes him a little too strong in this laning combo. Can't really get the work done. Regen rune popped. Be back up to full health and mana momentarily. 23 Savage, level 5. Force, almost level 6 with the phase boots. It's another salve. Switch over to net worth, we can see actually doing quite well. It's behind the Pudge. Level 3 Devour. Actually, he's hit him. Tombstone. Immediate TP out. Oh! If it had hit. If it had hit the Illuminate, it would have been enough. Solarbind level is here. He's trying to chase him down. He will catch. Hyde is trying to run. But he will get back. I mean, that would have been a kill there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Bane does go down and the Rolling Thunder was committed. Natsumi doesn't die, so that's the important thing for Polaris on this bottom lane. But with the rotation made, Rolling Thunder committed. The Louch is still sitting mid. Actually, 3-1-3. Hasn't even grabbed a point in the Sonic Wave. Interesting build up here. I don't think I've ever seen a Quap not get Sonic Wave level 6. That's a rare one. Now, they can't abandon Force on this top lane again like they did in Game 2. If they want any chance, Polaris, of this offlane Undying having impact, they have to leave Coddle in the area. Even just getting the chakras will be enough. In the jungle, 23 Savage is found. The use there, he has the sleep. Tombstone comes down on top. The Doom is committed onto the Undying. Who's going to die first? The Dazzle Poison there. In fact, the heals are coming through. It might not be enough. There's Quap. The Deny, actually, onto Force, so they don't get the kill. Tombstone will eventually go down. Sonic Wave comes out, and it's 3 dead on Talon. The reinforcements arrive for Polaris. This is what they need to do in Game 2. They go in with the Undying, but the reinforcements arrive and they get there to support. And in the middle of that, it was a deny on Force, so it's really a 3 for nothing. 3 for nothing for the favor of Polaris, so they'll be pretty happy with that. 2k net worth lead now with the Doom being used. Natsumi, close to having the Vanguard if he wants it. Might just leave it as the Ring of Health for now and go straight into the Aghanim Scepter. He hasn't queued anything up just yet. We'll have to wait and see. EU has level 5, close to Fiend's Grip. The book will be available in 30 seconds. 23 Savage is sitting here. They pinged it out. Yeah, they found him. It'll be a nightmare if he wants to do it. In comes Makoto with the roll. They're in a bad spot. The Louch is TP'd in. Q's here with the extra damage. There's a dispose and a rebound. If they need it, it's not even necessary. I mean, the Louch just blinking in there. Level 1 blink. There was no way he was getting out. No Sonic Wave. Regen rune bottom. Whoops. Oh, I thought he might have eaten that on the way then, Q. I think he tried to click on it, just didn't quite grab it. Cult bracelet on Pudge, so we'll just keep him constant mana to use the hooks to farm up, as well as the flesh heap active. KP, while that was happening around the mid lane, has got the birds online, and the bottom tower has fallen. Top lane, behind actually with the tombstone. Mikoto needs to try and fight Force. Needs to get the double. Is there? Yeah, there's a chakra. There's another one. He's got all the decays he might need, but the Rolling Thunder comes out. He needs to dodge him now. The heals, the Tombstone. Oh, jumped down to the low ground with the Tumbler's toy. Yeah, fight around the Tombstone. Gets another decay. There's another chakra. Another decay actually misses, I think, but he's living. And with the TP out, he will just be fine. While that's going on, bottom lane, the
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Visage does die to Natsumi. I guess Natsumi and the Bane. Yeah, the Fiend's Grip comes out. The birds would be pretty apt at saving him there. Maybe he'd used the stun already. So good fights around the map for Polaris all around.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And that's what I mean. Even with the coddle around, just giving the chakra magic, it's not health, but it sort of is, because you can just keep getting constant decays. Now that it's level 4, that cooldown reduction, just immediate double decay, and away you go. We get some D-wards here. Hide. And the smoke. 3-man coming out. Doom didn't quite get caught in it, but he has got the Doom available. Blink queued up. Alpha Wolf Aura, Lelouch. Doesn't want to get caught in this mid lane. Force close to the BKB now. He's actually top of the net worth chart. This is where you want to see the Undying. He needs to stay at the top. If he starts falling, he can't really recover. He needs to get to level 10 to get the decay damage so he can keep farming. Otherwise, he will fall behind. Tombstone is dropped to take some stacks. Natsumi will just use the zombies as cannon fodder as he rots away. And Magnum Scepter coming close to being online. This draft is very simple for Polaris. Stand in the fight and kill them. With the Pudge, with the Undying. Be a strong wall, a center that is unbreakable. Doom will look to cut a wedge through the middle of that. Just make sure neither of them can do anything in the fights. It's got the ultimate. Fiend's Grip. It is daytime, so Hyde will run himself away, and yeah, will say, "Oh, thanks for those creeps. I know you were working on them, but I'll yoink them up. Thank you." Witchblade ready now on Lelouch, working towards BKB. Has got the Lancer Pursuit in the neutral item slot for the time being. And Force and Xavius are not leaving each other's side in this top lane. I think that's a really smart play. The Undying is really strong when he has the coddle around. Otherwise, he just gets kited and killed too easily. Level 4 Chakra, 1 in the Solar Bind. I think this is a much better build to support the Undying. But they've gone more all in on supporting this Undying, which is what they need to do if they want to get the win. Doom, though, will start getting ahead with the Midas and the level 4 Devour. They can't slow that down. Regardless, win or lose, 23 Savage will have gold. Hyde trying to get the 4 staff online. Looking for some saves. Get him out of the reaches of the Tombstone, and this Undying will make the difference. Odo is seeing bottom lane. I think they get the Nightmare. Hook just doesn't quite connect on Hyde, and they'll be fine. I think you would love getting Etherlens. Get a little bit more cast range on this Brain, the Nightmare, and the Fiend's Grip. Please, don't get rolled on. And he's not going to actually... I'll save himself with the Nightmare. And turns around with the Fiend's Grip. Actually, EU. Oh my goodness, Hook does miss. He's going to die to the poison. Oh, he'll live. EU, what a pog play. Self-save with the Nightmare. Turns around with the Fiends. Lives. Doesn't get the turnaround kill, but it's a Rolling Thunder committed for a Fiend's Grip. You picked that Fiend's Grip to counter out the Rolling Thunder. So, certainly a decent trade. And with any luck, the Fiend's Grip will be back online by the time they fight once again. Force didn't get the decay damage at 25, at level 10. That's questionable. Needs a little more mana. Where's his mana at? Oh, he gives it to Quap actually this time. Force says, whoa. That's not right. You need to give me the mana. Now I'm low on mana. Yeah, he comes back over. Give it to me. Give me the stuff. Give me the juice. Give me the juice. Thank you. Alright, just in this bottom lane. This is a good place for a support to farm because, you know, no one really wants to rotate all the way to the bottom corner of the map to kill a POS 5. They might want it to come kill Makoto, but to kill Hyde, it would be a bit of a waste of time. So, you know, supports farming in bottom corners of the maps, often they get killed after they get a couple of waves, but it's worth it, you know. Kill a couple of waves as support, get another level, maybe work towards your next item, and you die, but it's all worth it, really. Oh, look at the Potter will come bottom lane, and say, this is my gold here. Working towards that Spirit Vessel. Almost has it. No charges, though, on the Urn of Shadows, so a little bit of lackluster impact. Nice little last hit there on the catapult. 23 Savage building in for... He's got all the items queued up. BKB, I believe, is coming out to him now. Yep, that's ready. A Blink Dagger, then the Shivas, then the Refresher. He knows exactly what he wants to win this game. He just needs to have the gold to get there. And all the time, there's going to be decays being thrown in his direction. It does have the 60 decay damage now, so can't farm waves with the 60 decay damage. I think insta kills the range creep for a while once you get it fairly early. Makoto has the Diffusal Blade working in for the Blink Dagger, so you can have that roll initiation top lane. They see Natsumi, they're 2p more, but he'll make his way out because they're into the Roche Pit. Tombstone is dropped. There's a shard. No shard on force just yet. The Tombstone, the zombies are building up with the amp. Have their ultis online, although he's low in mana. The Louch. Not for long. Coddle is in the area. Spirit Vessel is complete. I don't think they know what's going on with Natsumi sort of showing in the mid lane and now wandering over. Aghanim Scepter ready. Tombstone will expire. And getting in there, I think they noticed maybe a little too late and the Roche is gone. So Pudge, the Butcher, comes in just as the meat's been served up and claims the Aegis. This mid-tier 1 for both teams would be wonderful to claim. That would pretty much open up the map for some rotations. You know, Pudge and Quap, they'd love to be able to wander through this mid lane with maybe the Bane to get a catch. Same for Talon, they'd love this to be open to allow the Pango rolls and Marcy initiations to get through, but for the time being, they're moving away from the mid lane, instead heading bottom. Natsumi, he has an Aegis, no blink. Hook catches onto the Visage. The bird stuns will be there, but there's a Fiend's Grip as well. And will they try and get the birds on the way out? Yeah, use the rot, they've got the slow. That's one dead. Two dead, both birds, 200 gold, and the resummon will have to be used when he respawns. It's not quite in range, is it? No. That Orbs doesn't get found. We'll probably think that area is clean of vision, but it's just sitting off to the side. Get another decay. Decay central here. He's just sitting on this mid lane. He's going for the Ags. Oh, I love to see it. The Aghanim Scepter with the Chakra Magic. He's going to be getting lots of strength. 8 strength it is now. It has been nerfed. Used to be 10. So, increases strength steal to 8. So, it's double the effectiveness. Double the health being reduced from your opponent. Double the health that you'll be receiving.
Dire are scanning.
Get a two-man decay, and that's going to be 16 strength. Coming right in your way. And it's close to it. It's only 2,000 gold away. DD rune will be hooked over. He's going to grab it. Lelouch, maybe just body block it. Put his big old body over the DD rune for the time being. KP farming up, has the Wraith Pact online, looking towards the shard, being able to get that self-save. Drop him. No, it doesn't. Has that changed? Man, when did that change? Grants visitors the ability to cast Gravekeeper's Cloak. Restores up to 35% of your health. It's not the drop. You don't get the self drop anymore.
Dire's middle tower is under
That must
attack.
be in the last patch.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It just gives you 35% of your health. Okay. Seems good. Xavius working towards the Wraith Pact himself. So it will be damage mitigation on damage mitigation. Makoto is just hanging off to the side here. Will show himself. And blink and TP away once he's cleared that wave. EU makes his way top to see if there's any more Pangoliers around. But there's gonna be no one here. He's TP'd out. They'll find that in a moment. But there's no TP now on the Bane, and he hasn't got another one, so he's gonna have to walk his way home or send a TP out. In fact, that might be what's happening now. Yeah, 2 TPs coming out. Xavius will just hold bottom wave. And the game is just stalling out a little bit. 7-3, 21 minutes in. Pretty low kill match. Forces holding up there in terms of the net worth. Exactly what he needs to. He's actually ahead of the Quap still. Let's blink across with the DD. There is vision up there, right? I don't think they want to show that they have the ward there. I think it's just a sentry, yeah. They don't want to show it. Fair enough. They're sitting underneath this wood, trying to get some sort of catch, but the side of Talon are just down on the other side of the map. Sort of rotated through their triangle and over towards the jungle of Polaris. 23 Savage has the casual armor. Plate mail is up, working towards now the Mystic Staff. He will continue to scale. He's now 2k gold ahead of the Pudge. And he will just keep getting richer and richer with this Midas. And here comes the smoke. Level 1 Doom. Birds are ready. No resummon though. Hyde has a 4 levels engrave. And keep someone alive from quite a long distance and for quite a long time. Tumbler's Toy jumping away. EU feels like there's something happening. There's a hunt occurring. But it won't find him. Pudge has had this Aegis. It has expired. And they didn't really get anything out of it. Of course, you don't have to get something out of the Aegis, but just denying it, particularly from a Visage lineup that wants to grab that Aegis, means that you just control the temple of the map for a little bit longer. A little bit odd. They go straight in after it's stunned onto the Queen of Pain. There's the damage and the Doom. But there's a Tombstone on the high ground, and Natsumi, he's in there. Sonic Wave coming through with the pure damage. Tank 3 Savage just TP's out. BKB, they found the Visage. And when you're BKB TPing out, it's never a good thing. Did the Doom come down? I think, did he Doom a zombie?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lelouch looks perfectly fine. I think he might have doomed a zombie.
You know.
Something. I'm not sure he actually doomed
Dire's top tower
the hero.
has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower.
I have to see a replay of that one, but certainly in the middle of the fight, it looked like he cast the Doom towards the Quap, but Quap was perfectly fine. Quap didn't die in the fight, and I guess he was eaten by the Pudge. Is there a shard? No. No shard. Nightmare save? Can you Nightmare dispel a Doom cast? I don't know. Not sure. Q. Close to the BKB. Actually only a couple of 100 gold away, so he's TPing back top lane to get that last little bit of gold from this creep wave. There is a flag bearer creep there, so we'll get a little bit extra. Mid lane, Lelouch with another DD, fresh. Goes in once again. And they're just sitting behind. Forces here with the Aghanim Scepter. The 60k damage. The double with the Chakra. It's going to be pretty impactful.
Radiant's bottom
DD blinking again. Just start spamming out the decays. 23 Savage trying to frontline for his team.
Radiant structure.
Creep wave is glyphed. They really want this tower, but the counter glyph as well. So glyph for glyph. And they'll move their way away. Roshan may respawn in 15 seconds. Side of Talon, they're grouped up. They might be thinking about smoking. Something happening on this mid lane, but they just moved back. Both teams so tentative. 8 and 3, 26 minutes in. They are just waiting, biding their time in this game. 2k net worth lead to Polaris, but that's nothing. 26 minutes in. It's not even an item, so suffice to say, you know, gold is even. Jump in. The rebound does catch this Coddle, and with the follow-up stun, he will die. So nice little pick there for Talon. And the movement, though, is from Polaris to go around the back. They're just going to let this fall and then assume someone's going to walk and farm jungle. Is this the idea? Someone's going to walk and farm jungle. This is the thought. Oh no, they're not just going to walk and farm jungle. They're going to smoke up. They're coming over there underneath this ward. They will be seen. In comes Asumi, gets the eat onto 23 Savage with the BKB. The Doom is out on the punch. Rolling Thunder coming through. Force needs to get off the Tombstone. And the BKB with the ulti, he does. He's trying to deal out the Strength Steals. The Rolling Thunder is still coming through. Out with the BKB. Big Sonic Wave through the middle. And the Dazzle goes down. Buyback on the Bane. KP has got the control. And the damage coming out from the Marcy. And not a good fight there for Polaris. 3 dead. Buybacks traded each way on the 5s. But now Roche with the instant spawn. Oh, Gaben, you've spiraled on TalonEsports today. Instantly it comes up. There's the shard as well. And that's probably going to go over to Doom. Let's see who's got their shards already. Visage already has a shard, so who's getting the shard? My Fairy Fire. Surely Doom took it, right? There it is. There. He does have the Agnum's Shard upgrade for the Infernal Blade. Making that quite strong now. Natsumi did die in that fight. Wasn't quite as strong as what he thought he was. Level 3 ulti, Dismember, online. He needs to get bigger. He needs to get stronger. Maybe even Refresher Orb to have that double eat, double BKB. Dakota has the Lincoln, so there are ways to counter Fiend's Grip now. If the Rolling Thunder comes through, that won't be an issue. In terms of Lincoln's fears as well on the other team, trying to counter out this Doom. Like a Lotus Orb. Working on a gem at the moment. Shivas. There is a Lincoln's possibly on the courier for Lelouch. So 1 Lincoln's, but that's not enough. As a Lincoln's, you want to get more of them. They're strength in numbers. Xavius does finish off the Wraith Pact. And now working towards the Aeon Disc. There's so much burst coming out in these fights. So much control. Rolling Thunder with the bird damage. Doom coming through. Marcy can pretty much deal with anyone. And now the Basher isn't that far away. Only about 900 gold off Basher on Q. It's for Marcy. It's such a strong first pick. You pick it, you know that it will scale. You know that you will get value as the game goes on. With the Agnum Scepter on Makoto, it's just very safe. Basher coming out on Makoto soon as well. Only 17 gold away. The smoke comes out. This is with the Aegis. Visage is not with them. Roll being pump faked on the mid lane. I'll try and catch someone. Xavius is pushing the wave in at top. They're trying to force them back, and they will in fact. Will the TP come out fast enough? Actually, it's cancelled. 23 Savage does cancel the TP. As an Ogre Seal Totem. Good for moving around in these fights, and the farm is out of control now. Between the Midas and the Devour, he's 21k net worth. Working towards 22k, and he's going to have the Agnum Scepter soon enough. How do the side of Polaris deal with this? They just need to make sure they get off all their spells first. While the Agnum Scepter Doom rolls through into town. Make sure that BKB's cast. And try and survive through it. Try and deal enough damage to get rid of him. And with the BKB and the refresher. Hook coming out on the Pangolier. He has got a Lincoln's. They will get the first life. Doom comes out onto the Pudge. But remember, there's a refresher. He pops it again. It's a Doom onto the Undying. Is it? Actually, no, they might be trying to get the damage out. The Loud in the middle, holding onto a Sonic Wave. But Q with the Unleash is just dealing too much. The Bane goes down. Force trying to make it back up the high ground. Up into the triangle. They go, but Quap does fall. Force, he needs more assistance here. He's trying to hold. The strength steal isn't enough. He's healing himself. Hook back out from Natsumi. He's got 48 stolen strength. Grabs himself some more. I don't think he had the mana. I don't think Doom had the mana. 23 Savage refreshed, but there was no Doom. Let's just do the maths here. 300. Yeah, he's just put a whole bunch of mangoes. 300, 350 is 650. War Stomp, 700. Scorched Earth, 790. Yeah, 790. And if you're assuming Infernal Blade, you know, 830, he needs another 300. So he just didn't have the mana for the second Doom. Even with the Shiva's Guard, not having the mana for the second Doom, that's rough. Maybe he needs a neutral item that gives him a little bit of int. Ironically, the tier 1 towers on both teams are still standing. Both teams actually drawing lines to this top side. There's smoke coming out. There it is. They want to try and get a punish on this tower push. 23 Savage has no refresher, but there is a Doom available. Basher is now ready on Marcy with the Unleash. Odo has Basher as well. KP trying to get some more auras, working on the AC. But the smoke is here. Force wants to force a fight. Under the vision would be a great idea. Vision of Talon. Rolling Thunder. Getting pumped. He's thinking about it. Thinking about going in here. 23 Savage. Fresher in 40 there. Might just wait for it. It's an issue on the mana though. Still, he's at max mana. He doesn't have enough. The Ogre Seal Totem actually uses 75 as well. So very short of mana in that fight. And needs to get this point booster to give himself the additional 175. That will probably be enough just to get off the second Doom. And that's it. Not a second round of other spells. Just 2 Dooms plus the 1 round of spells. Natsumi is getting larger. Close to getting this Lotus Orb, but falling behind. 16k net worth. You know, compared to the Doom, 24. He's multiple items ahead. DD, bottom lane. They might try and fight with this. Maybe even on Q. Look at these mangoes. Actually, Q's got the mangoes ready to feed over to Doom. This is incredible. This is why he's got them. He doesn't need the mangoes. I'm pretty sure this is just to feed regen to Doom, to 23 Savage. So he has 2 Dooms, has the refresher. That's his job in this fight. Give him a couple of mangoes. And it is the DD on Marcy as well. They know this is the guy dealing the physical damage this game. Q, the 4 Marcy. 3rd lowest net worth in the game, but in terms of threats for Polaris, really might bring the pain. Aghanim Scepter being worked on for Keeper of the Light will be a long way away. That Will-o'-the-Wisp offer a little bit more control once the BKBs are down. 5-man smoke from Talon. They're moving out. They have the refresher. Mangoes are available. And 23 Savage might actually have the mana now. He's got a little bit more. 1300. He's got the Aghanim Scepter, so he's got plenty of mana. So he will have 2, and the Louch. Let's be careful. Showing themselves here. Walk in, walk out. Hook. Doesn't quite connect onto Hyde. Will Force Staff his way down the cliff. The tension in this game right now. It's palpable. This is for a spot at TI. It's hard to imagine what that feels like playing in this position as these players guaranteeing yourself that spot. This is their life's work trying to get there. They are just wanting to take one good team fight. One good team fight for Talon and the game just might be over. But one good team fight for Polaris and they could turn this whole series, this whole game on its head, this game 5. Dismember duration is available. Roche is up. They're going in. The hook. It catches out the AoE Doom. The Tombstone's already down. He wants to get the strength steal. Big Sonic Wave catches on the entire team of Talon. And they will be walking away. That's one. One Doom used. Roche, it was claimed though. In the middle of that, it died so quickly. That was the DD. DD Marcy. So Aegis is on Pangolier. Cheese as well. Was there a refresher or a Aghanim's Blessing? Just trying to scout out what we have here. Cheese will be handed over. Yeah, Aghanim's Blessing was in the pits, so Silence of the Grave is available for KP. I mean, the Roche, it just died so fast. Marcy DD. The sidekick. 15% sidekick lifesteal. He's no joke. With the cheese as well. Telescope, Timeless Relic being picked up for the side of Talon. It's a little stack there. I want to take that. Let's see a target. 23 Savages here. He has no BKB, but there is a refresher available. Sitting behind his hide. The haste rune. Yeah, it's not even worth trying to pop that refresher because, you know, you try and force out that refresher to get the BKB and you might just force out a Doom and you could die on that bottom lane. Natsumi has the Lotus Orb now. Trying to reflect a Doom. That'd be pretty impactful if you could reflect the Doom onto Doom. He doesn't have his own Lincolns. He's actually working on it though. The Lincoln's being worked on. Probably more for the Fiend's Grip of the Bane and the Dismember of the Pudge. But might just block their own reflected Doom back on him. That would be pretty high value as well. 3 minutes left on. Actually rolls in Makoto. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. So Rolling Thunder, it's down for the time being. Won't be too much of a loss. They might look for a fight here, Polaris. It's a pretty big moment. 60 seconds without it. But he still has Aegis. So you don't want to take the fight into that. Natsumi won't be really getting another item for a long time. Xavier's working still on that Aghanim Scepter. Has the Force Staff plus the completed Wraith Pack. Force has started to fall off in his farm. He's only got 16k net worth. The Aghanim Scepter was really his last big pickup. He's not had anything after that. Trying to get towards a Shiva's Guard. But I think the more important point for Force is the level 20 talent. Does he go for the Decay cooldown or the Tombstone on Death? I think he takes the Tombstone on Death plus the Reincarnation cooldown. It would just be, if you can get to level 25 on this Undying, it becomes really, really strong. You have 2 lives, Tombstones on Death. You know, at minimum, you're going to have 3 Tombstones down in the fight if you die twice. And with the original one you cast. But here comes Talon. Kodo up on the high ground. Strength Steal will start building up. Forced back with the blinding light. The birds are there. Force being constant chakras. Level 4. Have the talent. Yeah, minus 4 second chakra magic cooldown. So I was having a look to see. And an 8 second cooldown on the chakra. So we get so many decays in these fights. There's a DD again. Oh, Gaben says, Talon, finish the game. I grant you another DD. It's, well, just keep giving them to you. Lincoln's on Queen of Pain. EU's got nothing. It's 40 minutes in. He's got 3k net worth. He couldn't be sadder as a position 5 at this point. Got a casual cloak. 15% magic resist. That's it. Hasn't really scaled at all. The birds, silent as the grave, off to the side. They will scout out. Birds coming through. Hook doesn't catch Makoto. It is daytime. And with the decays, we'll just keep slamming it. Losing that strength. Hook will miss. More strength steal. 24 now. On force. Tombstone is popped. And they're trying to get the burst. They will get it. That's the first life going down. Drax is under threat. The rest of the team's ready to jump in if need be. Rolling Thunder. He's coming through. Blink Dagger looking to catch. Off to the side. See if anyone's there. But is the glyph forced out? If they could somehow catch this Pango. Hook off to the side. Ooh, whipping close. We rolled that direction. But the birds with the damage coming out from the Marcy. The sidekick damage. It's too much. 65 bonus damage on the birds who attack insanely quickly. We're already getting a Vladimir's Aura offering. Vladimir's Aura buffing up the damage. Maybe they can just keep doing that. Talon can just slow chip the rest of the base. Polaris are going to have to fight at some point, and that's what Talon are counting on. The 24k net lead on the gold. DD on Q will be used. Going for a Daedalus? A Daedalus on this 4 Marcy? He's a core. He's well and truly a core. He's not queuing up. He's not queuing up 4 staffs and glimmer capes. This Marcy going for the jugular with a Daedalus. It's an Aghanim Scepter. Okay, so Aghanim Scepter ready on Keeper of Light. The Ignis Fatuus, Will the Wisp going in. They have cut Natsumi. Lincoln Sphere put out on him. He does get the self-doom though, so it doesn't matter that you can't cast on him. The stun's coming through. Sonic Wave trying to save the Pudge, but he will die. Has a buyback on the backline. Q's doing way too much damage. Tombstone does go down as well, and it's 3 dead. I'm not sure they have much life left in them. Force didn't even pop the ulti in that fight. The Flesh Golem. We'll need some assistance. There's no Coddle to help him out here at the moment. The Louch. He's just trying to slow down. There's an X available. Trying to throw the daggers. There's not enough. The hooks. The bashes from these swashbuckles are too much. Force building up their strength. Kodo has to be careful. Keeps losing it. But that's another Rax gone. And slow and methodical. TalonEsports are taking this qualifier. They came from the upper bracket. They were down match point last game and managed to come back against Polaris. And now this one, 12 kills to 9. It is a very low kill game. But the kills that have occurred have been very, very impactful. Lelouch has the ninja gear to try and get out on the map. He's just going for a Divine Rapier. He's queued it up. Divine Rapier on the Quap. He says, this is how I gotta do it. I gotta be able to deal some damage. Force, almost level 20. He might even take the decay cooldown. He's doing a lot with the scepter. He's got to be alive. Maybe he just takes the decay cooldown and tries to take the fights as this Undying. Now that it has the Shiva's Guard, he can actually stand up in the fight, maybe to the Marcy a little bit with this armor, but Marcy is close to having the Daedalus complete. In fact, he probably could buy it, just saving buyback at the time being. Timeless Relic on Makoto. Hyde has the Telescope. AP, Aesthetics Cap, so Roshan spawns up and it will die very, very quickly. With the sidekick on the birds, Roshan, he doesn't even get a chance to do it. He's just trying to run away. He's not even facing them at the moment. He's just facing the opposite direction. Rosh. So all the items on the deck. So we have Refresher, grabbed by the Dazzle. Aghanim Scepter Blessing will be taken by Pangolier. Aegis on Pango as well. Cheese, there's now got double cheese. One on Dazzle, one on Marcy. The double cheese, so they effectively have 2 lives as long as they don't get bursted. KP has the invisibility. And Doom. Where'd the Refresher Shard go? It's actually on the Marcy. I mean, this is the item. You've already got Refresher on 23 Savage. 2 Dooms is more than enough. But you getting a double round of Unleash, double rebound, double BKB. That's a match sealer right there. 15% Unleash movement speed, so you can chase him down now. Need some vision just in the corner, trying to get anything to give them an advantage in this bottom lane defense. Force, what did he take? He's not level 20 yet. Someone give him a book. Give him a book. Let him get that XP. He needs this talent. I think he's better off taking the decay cooldown. He needs to be alive. Whether he dies and leaves the tombstone or not is not going to make a difference. Not at this point in the game. He needs that decay cooldown. 22 zombie damage he did go for. I'm surprised he didn't go for the soul repeal and damage per unit. So close. Makoto almost actually at level 25 as well. Rolling Thunder cooldown available soon enough. All the swashbuckle. Did get the 20 and he took the tombstone on death. So Force, tombstone on death. Probably playing with buyback as well, so he can come back in. And this is it. They have to take the fight. They can't stand and let the megas be taken. And there's a range racked mid, but it's half health. Makoto just blinks in with the strength, the overwhelming. Hex comes out. Force trying to get into the fight, but it's so hard. And then with the AoE Doom, they found the Queen of Pain. They're on top. There's a grip though. Catching up the Doom. Makoto comes through with the Rolling Thunder, stuns it out. And Undying, he's trying to fight. He has a Tombstone Death, buyback. They're just using that at the moment. The AoE Doom, the Aegis Fart is actually holding him all in the middle. The Louch. Getting back in, there's a hook over onto the Pangolier, but he gets the roll up and isn't in trouble at all. Savage goes back in, has another AoE Doom. He's trying to get on top of the fight. But Glyph is coming out. They're holding. Sort of. Pudge can't get the hook. The Nightmare trying to delay with the damage, but they don't have a lot left. They have to fight. They're on top of him. There's another Tombstone down, saving the Undying. He has to get these strength steals off. Dagger coming out. Aeon Disc procs on 23 Savage. The Rax is falling. They're just can't get away. The Birds can finish it off. Trying to find Makoto, but he jumps over the edge, and that's the Megas. I was actually catching back in. There's the Doom once again. AoE, Aeon Disc procs. That was the Refresher used. The Refresher shard that time. And just backing away. TalonEsports have a 50k net worth lead. 48 minutes in. It's a lot of gold. And in comes Natsumi. The Lotus Orb is on him. Lilouch in the middle as well. It doesn't have a Sonic Wave, but a BKB is popped. And it's just fight out. This is going to be for the game. Natsumi full staffed away. He can't live. In the backline, the bashes are coming out from Makoto. They've caught the Queen of Pain. He's dead as well. Undying, he's trying to do his worst, but it's not enough. And GG is called. Game 5 is taken by Team TalonEsports. And they will progress directly to TI11. Last chance qualifiers, Talon and last chance qualifiers, T1 and Polaris will be going to.